Hawks FM with victorious manager Lee Bradbury. Lee, having a Waterlooville through to the semi-finals of the Hampshire Senior Cup, and we can exclusively reveal that you've signed a new 2-year deal. Just talk us through that.
Yeah, I've been talking to the chairman about it over the last couple of weeks, and we've agreed a new 2-year deal for myself, which I'm over the moon with. I'm really enjoying my time here. I think I've got a great group of lads and a really good backroom staff, and I really enjoy my time at the club. The club's ambitious, like I am, and we want to go places, and I think that's what's convinced me really to dedicate my future to having it at Waterlooville.
And you were talked as before you were manager of Bournemouth. You've been talked as a possible manager for Portsmouth. Why simply if you signed this new contract? Is it because of what you've seen on the pitch and off it?
Yeah, well, I think when you're enjoying something somewhere, and I'm certainly doing that here. I know I've got a good group of lads with a little bit of tightening of nuts and bolts. We can be a real focus and a hard team to play against in this league. I think over 11 games we've done that, but we need to do it consistently over our whole season, and that would be the secret for us. And I think we're making positive strides this moment in time.
Another clean sheet, another win.
Go Hawks!
But now the goals are coming from everywhere. Giardini, Perry Ryan, Dennis Ollie, Sarkava, all over the place. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I think it's a sign of a good team. You don't want just one or two players just scoring all your goals, because if they come out the side, then you struggle. But I think we have a really good group of lads here. Not only good players, but good players. Good lads as well. And I think that makes a massive difference. I've tried to concentrate on bringing in obviously good players, but good people that want to do things at the right time and be professional.
I'm only look at that first 11. You got that bench that come on, and you swap a bit like for like. But I was very impressed with Ryan Woodford when he came on as well.
Yeah, I just said to him actually after the game, I was very impressed with myself. I thought he's very calm on the ball, made some good tackles. Took up some really good defensive positions and looked really solid back there. And he's because he hasn't played a lot of football. He's been unlucky. He came in the team, got suspended, came in the team again, got injured, and since then we've been on a really good run. So I spoke to him before the game about that, and he knows. He keeps working hard, and so when he does get his chance, he's ready. And looking at what he done there for half an hour, he's in good shape.
And Hammond and Waterlooville are through to the semi-finals. As we spoke about before the game, it's an important competition for yourself. You must have been absolutely delighted with what you've seen on the pitch tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We know that obviously the threat Farnborough can cause. Going forward, they've got some very good players, and as we seen at their place not too long ago, that 2-0 up, they came back in the game at 2-0, and at half time said it to the players, that can't happen today. If we go on and win 1-0, great. But I think the longer the game goes on, the game will get stretched out and we'll get chances, and that happened in the end.
And we've seen Louis Bell here from Portchester. We know that Mick Cutler here from Gosport. I imagine that probably yourself or Sean will be at a game tomorrow, scouting opponents, possibly.
Not them though. We're going to Barnet Aldershot tomorrow to obviously watch the next round of the trophy game. So we're going to go up there and watch them tomorrow. I've seen Portchester once this season, and we'll try and get them watched again. But we try and cover all the angles. We try and give the players the best chance possible to perform week in and week out and get results. So we try and do our due diligence on teams, players, everything really to try and help them. And they've rewarded us of late.
When you try and get to the players and talk to them, say, okay, that's one cup match out of the way. Now it's back to league action, of course, on Saturday. Is it easy to do, or is that a little bit hard sometimes?
No, I think as a player you go into every game and you're playing, you want to win the game, and I'm no different as a manager. I want to go into games and win every game we go into. Not always possible, obviously, but we go into them with a positive frame of mind. And at this moment in time, I think the biggest ingredient any team and any player can have, we have, which is confidence. So we've got to maintain it.
And a lot of people are now touting the fact it could be not only on our way to Fratton Park, on our way to Wembley, and on our way to the Conference Premiership. Is that a little bit too much to ask, Wally?
Well, obviously we all got to have dreams, and this is what we all want as a manager, as the players, the fans, everyone, the chairman. I think everyone would obviously, if we could do one, it would be promotion for me.
Would it be a dream of yours to be playing Portsmouth in the league next year then?
No, I think I'll go and concentrate on my job and make sure that I can obviously try and do the best we can week in and week out. And we're going to have to go continue this form all season to get into the playoffs. as much as we want to get there, it's a hard task. But as long as it's always possible, we'll keep trying to fight for it.
We'll have a bit of funny there, but I'd like you to walk us through those 3 goals, because they're probably 3 of the best goals in one game that I've seen. They were net rippers, weren't they?
Fantastic strike by Perry. We've seen, obviously, he can do that. He's done that down the end with a free kick not too long ago, and fantastic strike into the top corner, and he can really do that, which is pleasing. And Nick Corradini scored a couple of great goals. Good little volley at the end. Good ball from Warren Cummins over the far post, and good finish, Nick. And obviously cutting inside on his left foot for the other goal across the keeper. So very pleasing night. Clean sheet and 11 unbeaten. So we've got to try and maintain it, which is the hard thing.
That works fine for us.
Brilliant. Lee, thank you. Farnborough manager Spencer Day. Spencer, it's been a cold evening, and unfortunately for Farnborough, you crashed out at the quarter-final stage 3-0.
Yeah, but I think it was a really tight game. The scoreline doesn't really dictate. I thought we were a bit nervous at the start. I thought we grew into the first half. And the last 15-20 minutes of the first half, I think we had a couple of sniffs, and we were not too disappointed to be going in 1-0 down with the back 3 that we had there, 2 of them making their debuts. And I thought the first 15-20 minutes of the second half we were the dominant side, and I'm afraid it's the same story for us. We've had 3 fabulous chances and not taken them. And then we've absolutely gifted the second goal, and when the second goal goes in, the second goal's the killer and the game's over, isn't it? And the third one from us as well is very poor right at the death, and that flatters Havant, but I'm not taking anything away from Havant. They hung on in those periods, and I thought my youngsters did particularly well. I was really proud of them, as I said. 3 deputies, and I thought we hung in there and actually played some pretty decent football. And as I said, I think overall the squad flattered them, but Havant are a very strong side. They had everyone out today, and we decided that when we looked at it that we were going to have to leave a few people out. And when you realise we're not playing with the Inzies and the Doyles and a number of others today, we can take a lot from it, but it's the same old story. 65 minutes. I thought it was literally a very, very tight game. I thought down the hill in the second half we were the better side, but we haven't taken our chances. The keeper's made one good save and others deflected just wide, and shocking second goal from us, and it's game over. And credit to Havant, and we wish them best as they move on in the competitions they're pushing on with.
We spoke heavily before the game about the pitch. In the end, was it a leveller, or was it really?
No, I think both sides tried to play. I mean, as I said, it was only the centre part of the pitch which was terrible. The rest of it is actually in really good condition. I thought there were an awful lot of people falling over all around the pitch. I thought the referee showing far too many cards to both sides. I think he set the tone in the first 30 seconds. I mean, he's got to take care. People are falling over, and both sides got ridiculous amount of yellow cards and got a little bit silly. But I'm glad, certainly from our perspective and for Havant's, nobody got injured. We've both got different targets this season. We've got this massive 8 days coming up, 3 massive games in 8 days. They've got big quarterfinals. We wish them best. They're a neighbour of ours. I get on very well with the management here. So, good luck to them. So no one got injured, to my knowledge, which is good. And it was a tough game. As I said, it was a lot closer than 3-0. But this is our problem at the moment. We're not taking our chances, and 2 of the 3 goals we gave away were gifts.
And you have got Bournemouth on Saturday. You said to me before the game, such a massive game for you, isn't it?
Well, it's not Bournemouth, but it's Tunbridge. But it's we've got Tunbridge, Bournemouth, and Dorchester in 8 days. And for a club of what we're trying to do, and you've seen there 3 debutants tonight, 2 of which are at the youth team, and I thought they did fantastic. You've got to remember they were up against the Havant front line, which is absolutely firing on all cylinders at the moment, and I thought they did fantastically. That's all credit to them. When I think people looked at the team sheets, you could have said we were in for a right hammering, and I know it looks 3-0, it was comfortable, but it wasn't. Certainly for 70 minutes it was a tight game, so really pleased with those pluses. And obviously we've got most people back ready to go. If this had been a league match, we would have played Treacher, we would have played Inns, Doyle would have been here. But we have to be careful with such a small squad. And as I said, not taking anything away from Havant. Good luck to them. They've set their route out. They're going to win, I think, 3 competitions or 4 at the moment. And good luck to them. They've got a fantastic squad here, and we're at different ends of the spectrum at the moment. But we'll get on with it. And fingers crossed, we just need a goal to go in off anything, off the backside, or back of a head, whatever. And we're desperately trying to bring in another striker for the weekend, and we're hopeful of that. And we've just got to get on with these massive games we've got coming up.
Well, best of luck, Spencer, for the rest of the